I wouldn't!
Yes, let's go. To the place where all the secrets sleep.
Where did you come from?
My grandmother, she was the real Catholic. Fear of God ran deep, you'd have liked her. She used to say, be careful of the Murdoch boys. They got the devil in them.
You promised me an explanation.
Certain people that I feel are keeping me tied to them. And you can love a person so much, but you feel like you're trapped in their presence and you're trapped in their existence, and it is just so mentally draining. And then that person or those people will try and make everything else look scary and disgusting and horrible to force themselves to be what you want, and that makes you feel even more trapped with those people. You know, it's just I feel like my life is, I'm forced to see things in a valuable way that other people see as value, and I don't get to define what I actually perceive as valuable. So the things that people put in front of me just seems like empty voids to make themselves feel better. You know, it doesn't seem, my life doesn't seem like it's true to me. It seems like I'm someone else's projections. I'm someone else's insecurities that they need to see live out to validate themselves. That's what my life fucking feels like.
If you were to revisit a place you used to stay at years ago, you will notice how different things is. Not to say things never changed, but I mean different, like when you left, everything went with you. The store is not the same as you remember. The people not the same. The visual identity of the community changed as a whole. It's like a new neighborhood. I want you to know that it's true. Your entire life was a stage, a set, a play for someone else. And y'all may think this is a game, but you got to understand your whole upbringing. You got to question even who you think you are.
Oh, I know who you are. I know what you are.
And the answer may be staring you right in the face. In the movie They Clone Tyrone, they show you how deep this goes. Fontaine's own mother is not even a living person, but a recording device that has been answering him for years and he never noticed. Think back on what was a repeated occurrence in your life, and not just any occurrence, but the one that had a big effect on your mental health, your behavior, and your emotions. Because the enemy is real sneaky. Once you realize people don't really be doing anything meaningful or have anything really going on, but the little something that they do usually has something to do with you. They rely on your willingness to repeat a pattern.
Please open the door.
I'm good, thanks, baby.
You ever realize when you need people the most, that's when they disappear?
Can you open the door, please? Open the door. Open the
My mom wanted to know if you were single, but if we can always, get back to that. At the time of the incident, we were still dating, and while we were hanging out, we started getting all types of text messages.
And you may be wondering, why me?
There wasn't no one.
You brought life when shit was dead. Your energy is like the sun. Your presence is just too powerful. It just does shit to people. They had to create a whole artificial environment for you. Your energy is tracked through
our bloodline. The deeper truth, surveillance isn't just always cameras and satellites. It's called energetic tagging. The moment a soul incarnates, the system senses it. From ancestry databases to hospital records, every drop of blood becomes data for them. They call it science, but that's a term for soul mapping. The moment they know what's inside you, they try to contain it, especially if you have unusual or extreme powers. They attempt to patent divinity, to study the sacred. But no algorithm can own a God-coded soul.
You set the standard. You are the standard. If it wasn't for Gangstalking, your life would be on easy mode. Your bloodline, you know how to beat this system.
How did you do that?
Do what?
You moved like they do. I've never seen anyone move that fast.
Holy shit! This guy's taking Roy off the grid! This guy doesn't have a social security number for Roy!
I personally believe this is a main reason why they, as I call them, have been targeting certain individuals since the time they're born, or when they reach a certain age and they start showing unusual abilities, whether that's in school, whether that's in public, or however they find out. That is the reason why, because they're tracking your energy and they're tracking your soul signature, your soul data.
Their children are progenitors of these, some might call them aberrations, mutations, these skills, psychic abilities, that kind of stuff, all variants of it. And so they raise up their children in this path with which involves a tremendous amount of shattering of the soul and the identity, so that there's compartmentalization within, and it allows them the ability to train their child up in a way that makes them conducive towards the family.
So it's this movie called Bugania, right? And I want to read to you the plot. Two young men who kidnap a powerful CEO, suspecting that she is a secret alien who wants to destroy Earth. Teddy believes Michelle is a member of an alien species known as Adremadons, who are killing Earth's honeybees, destroying communities, and forcing humans into numb subservience. Now, what is numb subservience? It is a state where an individual is emotionally detached or overwhelmed, numbness, that they passively submit to the wills of others, subservient. When you look outside, this is what you see down to a T. People are being mind controlled. Even you may have found yourself to become too detached, that it start to become a problem. What I mean problem is it may start to leak into your social life, your ability to connect with people, maybe even yourself. And the catch to this is when you do connect, you find yourself too attached. It's like the disconnect made you more subservient when willing. This is why, in my opinion, the program is centered around the social dynamics, because they can use isolation as a weapon, a means, a tool to dominate other bloodlines. And the rabbit hole goes much deeper, because when you isolate someone in their family, what you are essentially doing is you're practicing selective breeding. It is a eugenic experiment. When you narrow down who a person can talk to, who they can mate with, what you are doing is narrowing the gene pool intentionally. Remember the target dog? Ever wonder why they use a dog, this particular dog, as a part of its logo? Because it was their experiment. Maybe even at first. They have a twisted fetish for their experiment. Look at what they did to this dog using years of isolation and selective breeding. They essentially changed it as a whole different dog. It was the first targeted individual dog. What was once known for its looks, its strengths and ability has been reduced, abnormal, deformed, reduction. And this is what the program is designed to do to families over a long period of time. Instead of beating the body, what they're doing is beating the blood. So what ends up happening to a family lineage is they end up with genetic disease, right? Dysfunction, picking up bad habits, right? Less resilience, right? They don't fight. They just obey. Loss of human rights, that's just what comes with it. Social and psychological harm. This is why when you step outside, it's
crazier than usual.
God damn. Get back here, goddammit. Someone grab him.
Hey, I don't want to freak nobody out or no things like that, man, but I see the bus driver has devil horns, man. We gotta get off this bus, man. I never can drive the bus. The bus is gonna crash, man. Excuse me, do you know what the next stop is? Hey, excuse me, do you know what street we're on? I really need to get to work. I told you, man, the devil!
The powers of control and access were given through the abuse of children. That's what I knew as normal. And I knew that people were corrupt and monsters and were willing to devour each other to rise to the top. I understood what wolves were when they ran the world. And they have different ways of controlling people. And information and secrets is what my family trafficked in predominantly. And so my parents on one side, they had a great Christian front in everything they did. But inside, that's where business happened. And it's because they're split personality people. One side is wholly given over to this and the other side is wholly given over to something else, And so that's what I was raised in. And it was as normal as breathing, But my wife didn't know any of this stuff. And she was not from a family like this. She grew up in like a normal middle-class American Christian home. I think people have this idea of what law enforcement is in our country. And it's a very good masquerade for what law enforcement is in this country. There's laws that apply to people. And then there's laws that apply to others. And then there's a whole group of people that no law applies to them. You want to kill somebody and you're in the family, right? You mark the target, you mark them. There's a lot of murders that happen in this country, all over the world, that will never be on the news. A lot of how it works in the families is you got two main approaches. If you've got unlimited access to wealth, power, like really, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about power, like unlimited raw power. Where a phone call, the phone book is far more powerful than the bank account because it's who can open doors to power anywhere else in the entire world. And that's where everything was. So you can leave with nothing, but then you can go build. And if you need the phone book, there's a price to be paid. And the price to be paid is generally one of your children. This is like the reality. It seems bizarre to some, but a child is generally a chosen child out of the family is given over as an offering to the family. And they're the ones who's going to go through this left-hand path. They're going to experience the desecration of their soul, their identity, and they're going to become an agent for the family that is owned completely. And there's like a legal trustee that is given over to it. There's a board of directors that sits over it. Like these are real legal confines for how the wealth is distributed out there. And so in order to build your empire, you got to be able to go prove yourself.
Yeah, the world ain't what it seems, is it, Gunny?
No, sir.
You keep that in mind. The moment you think you got it figured, you're wrong.